that means is we have plenty of records on available. Of course, many people were talking about another left back who will not be joining us tonight because of suspension, and that is Kiraton Chapchai is out of the goalkeeper sustained a serious injury. And he will not be available again. We asked about Manubir and Patopon as to why they were not available. We were not given an answer to that one. So there is Manu Polking on the bench, and also had Saraj Chikipai and Narubadi. So exchanges are plenty, Russian, more than perhaps many would have thought. But yeah, it's the first leg. Yeah, I was expecting some of them enforced, especially at left back with Tristan Doe coming into that position. But Roller as well at right back. So what it does is it gives them a lot of more energy, those fresh legs into the side. So interested to see how they sort of repay this trade here. Yeah, he's not only just giving them effectively a dead rubber against Singapore, but he's also giving them playing some time in the final over 2 legs. He's great from here. And a roar from the crowd as we have the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 final get underway. And listen, take us through.
Kan jaringan kan? Bisa. Jaringan bisa.
This game is also rough fun. Irianto can do that. There's Gordon Fala. Good run, it's the penalty. They've almost bundled it in the super kill.
Kesalahan.
What a start that could have been for Thailand. Would be a real nightmare for Indonesia. Garuda is falling over. Boarded with far too much pace and power. Yeah, lovely first touch in behind, and then you think Garuda's favourite to that. But Nadeo, excellent. And once again, with that double save. But just going back to, as we see this chance once more, things come off the hand of Super Chop. With that formation, so you can have Rakpan Irianto as well, just dropping into that back line if you need to. But I think this 4-2-3-1 worked for them because it allows Ricky Kambuaya to have sort of that license to roam. Yes, Philip Rola. Shot it! Thailand in the lead with a scorcher from the skipper. What a start for Thailand. They're on it. They are on it. Wonderful finish. Jonathan was now on the edge of the area. He was away from Alfiandra, who has to go and help his defense out. No protection from the midfielder. They get drawn all over the place. You can see Rakpan Irianto leaves his midfield position, his central midfield position, gets dragged out, and so does Alfiandra. The number 30 goes out to try and stop Philip Roller. And then Alfiandra, as Roller beats 2-3 players in there, draws those defenders towards him, and then that creates a space for Chanatip to go and power that home. What a finish! Fantastic goal from Chanatip Songkrasin. We've now got 3. Remember, he scored 2 in the first leg, semi-final against Vietnam. They just have not allowed Indonesia to settle at all. Philip Roller helping to win that ball. Perseverance from him on that right-hand side. And it is very, very impressive here for the Thais. Indonesia now trailing by a goal early on. A nightmare start for them. A great start for Thailand. I think we expected this from Thailand, didn't we? In the sense that, they're not afraid to go out and try and kill the game off in the first leg. This is exactly what they did against Vietnam. And that's exactly where I was going with that. And ironically, this is what Indonesia did with Singapore in the early stages of that second leg in particular. They love Indonesia themselves to go up with quick, brisk starts. Look at that. The Thai fans, they're absolutely delighted with that. Clearance away by Kritsan as we want stand-up performers in this competition. In front with that touch on. Here's Chanatip. Look at that.
The pirouette from him. We were not quite the same tournament, were we, in 2018? We didn't have the joy of watching Chanatip, did we? And this is what we're missing, Roshan.
He's a class apart, right? And I feel like I've said this a few times now in this competition with Chanatip. It's just a different level. And the spaces that he occupies as well, he's just so intelligent. He's always got his head on a swivel, scanning in this environment, understanding. And even if he doesn't receive, what he's going to do is he's going to drag players out of position as well. And that will create a space for someone else to then go and use. But that first goal, Philip Rolla, I thought was excellent. And again, we talk about dragging players towards you, and that's exactly what Philip Rolla did. Dragging that midfield essentially. Those two sitting midfielders of Indonesia, Irianto and Dewanga, that are supposed to protect on the edge of the penalty area. Both of them got dragged across. This is a look at the goal again. Rolla here, wonderful one, lovely bit of skill. Irianto gets dragged across, Dewanga gets dragged across, and then that leaves that space on the edge of the penalty box for Chanatip to go and exploit.
Not a man you want to give space to. Chanatip Songkrasin. He's exploited that one fully. Tahilan on the ball. The winner tap. Trying to pick that up to Gordon Pala, who's up there with Tirasin. Now, super top. He's got Philip Rolla. Tahilan with a corner.
You know, the new age term for being able to draw defenders towards you is apparently called gravity. You drag players along with you.
I like Satyan in the past.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Gravity.
It is what it is, you know.
Okay.
You're gonna try and keep up with the times, I guess.
Gravity. Okay, so that's what the kids say.
Yep.
Here is Tahilan now.
Jaringan.
Pelok siko buruk sinan. Nah.
Easily. Whereas central defenders can't play in central midfield. It's a disaster for them. If the central defenders out there are listening, let us know your thoughts. So here comes Tahilan again through Rolla. And look, ambitious from him. Well, he'll be absolutely delighted. He talked again about bringing this trophy back. And now, with 3 goals, he's one away from his countryman, Tirsin Dugda. They're the only 2 at the moment. Irfan Jah's got 3, he's got a chance as well. Wickham Sulaiman has got 2. Left, and there's Wickham Sulaiman who had a swing of the ball and missed. They haven't really got on it at all, have they? They haven't. And, you know, Thailand coming into this, obviously the more experience of the 2 sides. The players who have featured in this competition, the players who have won this competition previously. Indonesia, young squad, a very young side. And there's lots of excitement from some of their players coming into this final. And you wonder at times if that excitement just gets a bit too much for you. You know, it's got to be at a certain sort of level to almost see Thailand break in midfield.
So Thailand have the second oldest squad in the tournament after Singapore, and Indonesia have one of the youngest after the likes of Timor-Leste, Cambodia, and Laos. And that's one of the things that Shin Tae-yong has done. He's lowered the average age, hasn't he, of his squad. He's been very deliberate in that. He's been very deliberate about who he's picking. He wants players he can kind of mould into his vision.
I think the key for Indonesian football going forward is to get as many of these younger guys as they can moving overseas and playing overseas and experiencing a different level, a different culture, a different way of playing as a professional footballer, living as a professional footballer for them, because it's a talented team that's got a big bright future ahead of them.
So right now, of course, we talk about the likes of Wickham Sulaiman just there on the ball. Eggy Mola is on the bench, along with Elton Baggett. These are the Thailand again. It's away by Fakudu. Right hand side has been productive for Thailand. Winner tech. Super chop. See the idea. Not too much on that for Roller.
And just notice as well the position that Roller had taken up there. You know, the rotations that they're employing here in Thailand, it's popping up in different areas, different spaces. And if you're defending in those situations, if you're ball watching, you get caught off guard very quickly. And they're not looking like themselves early on here in this one. You know, a couple of stray passes, loose touches. Thailand really applying the pressure. Making sure that Indonesian players don't have much time on the ball. It's a lovely cut from Superchop.
Back to Roller. Elias Dola.
Sekali masuk dah sekali banyak pak.
Good setup.
Kebolkan.
With supreme confidence. As soon as I say that, let's give the ball away. That's a ball on the break from Witan Sulaiman. Who's normally so sure of himself, the young man. I just wonder, Russian, how much he's playing ahead. Of course, they talked about the psychology coming into this and knowing the history, Russian, you can't ignore it. There's 5 editions, 5 finals you've been to, 5 that you've lost. It's in there somewhere in the psyche, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's something that Brentford, and you think with this young side, you've had an opportunity to, shake off some of that. I'm going to use the word failure, but I don't think making the final is that much of a failure. Here's Rona looking at Gordon and Fala to get on the end of it. Right hand side is really cool Scotland, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, they're all over this Indonesian team. I just wonder whether they thought, well, it's not Pratama there. The pace has got Edo Febrianto barely played this tournament. Yeah, and the thing is, Philip Roller has got plenty of pace, loves getting forward, into advanced areas. He's a quality player, and basically, because of the options that they have, it's incredible.
Back. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah, Tristan can come in on this left hand side. Obviously, a very different player to Jeraton. Philip Roller can come on that right hand side. He can get forward into. He can even play as one of the front 3 if they absolutely need him to.
Narrabah is kicking his heels on the bench today. Right by Tilson. Top ball. Tilson slips that through. Super chop. On the break! And that was almost sailed over. Elias Dola. That so easily could have been goal number 2. Gordon Fala. That would have been a stunning goal.
That's a crucial goal line interception from Asnawi. The Super Chop is having an excellent start to this game. Wonderful attempt at goal by Gordon. Dola is unable to get that one on target. And he's backing away as he hits that as well. That's incredible. Lovely technique. Wonderful defending from Asnawi. But Super Chop, with his role that he's got, a lot of the focus on Chanate and Writing, so with Super Chop as well, I think in the games that he's played for Thailand has been brilliant to watch. And he's, again, I keep talking about the outcome of this, but another player who I feel is sort of outgrown the Southeast Asian League, and then perhaps he go in and test himself. I think he's ready, At a certain point, you think of players like Kong Hai, you think of players like Super Chop, they reach a certain level, and then they sort of improve. You feel like they need to move on.
Yeah, it's a step, isn't it, that a lot of these footballers will need to take. A few of these Thai footballers have done it. As mentioned, Amatit, Shiraton has done it in the past. Shiraton, of course, is just returning from Japanese football. Can be done. Cowan has played in Belgium. Free kick. Dan Devanga, he's gone short. Doing well. It's Irfan. Done with that. Pretty well. This will go and clears it.
He's going back to Witan because he was on the end of that one in the penalty area. And initially, every time he's on the ball,
And obviously Thailand would have looked at this in the analysis, they would have looked at Witan as one of the players that they have to keep an eye out on. And every time he's got the ball so far, especially in those central positions, Thailand have been very quick to make sure that they close him down. And done well there too. Close down Siwara. Steady. Leading the press. Interesting that Indonesia have really rotated their forwards, haven't they? It looked for a while at Ezra Waniel was the first choice striker, then we've had Didik Setiawan, we've had Shedjo, we've had Hannes. They all bring something a little bit different, don't they? Yes. Their playing profile, a different style of play, a different type of player that they've got. But what they perhaps are lacking is a real finisher. Hopefully those scored by the strikers at the moment. They're worried with a couple. I don't think they'll get there. And look, I mean, players who can finish are difficult to find, difficult to come by. Thailand has been blessed with some wonderful strikers over the years. They've got one here in Tirasin as well. And sometimes the difficulty is when you look at your domestic leagues and all your strikers are essentially foreign signings. It's very difficult for the local strikers to get much game time or to really make an impact.
Set keluar.
Oh, legendary players. Okay. Looking pensive, but sure, yeah, delighted with what he sees. Flick on there from Supercop, rolling on, get to it. Kritsada. Now Roller. He's got Irfan right in his tail. He's done well here, Roller. Super chop. Now Whittaker. Acres of space. He's running on the ball. He's applauding these efforts. Yeah, he's applauding the pressing. Not bad for side that doesn't keep possession of American Russian. There was a little jive in the press conference, wasn't there? And they've got 77% of the ball, and they're doing a lot with it as well, aren't they? But here come Indonesia. With an important touch. Now Irfan. Overlapping run. Edo Febriansyah. Away by Kritsada. Double head up early to make sure.
Yeah, listen, I mean, obviously some mind games, right, at play.
We've enjoyed that. We've really enjoyed that.
I just imagine, you know, we've seen the battles on the pitch, the tactical battles on the pitch, and the coaches as well on the touchline.
This man does not hold back.
He doesn't, and he's such an experienced coach as well. So, I mean, trust him, he knows what he's doing, especially in these press conferences.
Absolutely. Look, he talked about, I've won 20 odd titles as a manager and player. Of course, he was a bit of a legend at Seongnam. Won 6 league titles there and won the Champions League with them as a manager as well. And did so well with Korea, won the EFF Cup and then beat Germany in the World Cup in 2018. And he said, I want to transfer some of that mentality to my players. He said, Indonesians are too nice, too friendly. I don't want him to be so friendly. And he speaks his mind, well, shouldn't that man rub people up the wrong way sometimes? Thailand come forward here with Super Chop. Is there a foul there? Yes, it is. So that was really well done by Thailand again. They're going to watch in possession. I mean, the way they sort of worked it out from under pressure, down that left-hand side, switch of play, find a link in Super Chop there, who was aware enough to hold on to it. He knew he had to sort of wait for the run of the rollout on the outside of him. He was able to turn away from that pressure, win a free kick in a really good position. No Tiraton for them though. Yeah, this would be something he'd like to step up for. It's fairly central. A bit of a discussion.
He's not too bad as well, to be fair.
And saying, I want this one.
Itu cumi gue. Wah, kok adik gue semuanya kapten.
Here's Borden.
Oh.
We had a Classic free kick from not too far away from that position a few days ago, Russian. It's pretty hard to replicate that. But the final will be the perfect place to do it.
Yeah, I think his technique there. You can see he's already looking up as he wants to hit that ball in. His head goes up before he makes contact with the ball.
Sivarak, who's had to come in for Chapchai. He sustained an injury in the second leg. Still doing very, very well. Elias Dollar gets ahead of first. Delightful ball from Jonathan. Here's Glory, he's looking for some support. Excellent work, wasn't it, from Asnawi, who's tenacious but has conceded a free kick here.
Really good battle on this side of the pitch. Asnawi is a very talented defender. It's a good challenge. Quick to get up on his feet to try and recover. And he needed to time this one really well. It's just perhaps a little bit overzealous on the second one.
Another one of those Russian that plays his football overseas. That's right, in Korea. Oh, free kick again here. Ball in. Ball does its job. Here's Jonathan. Touch. I think he would have wanted there. Tutipan. Indonesia try to break forward. Tahilan, lovely shot from here. Slips it into Airfly. Recovers around. Some of those like the referee the other way. That's been defensive back so far.
Yeah, look at the player who's made that challenge. It's Jonathan. He's covered so much ground to get himself back there. And that's been one of the impressive things about Jonathan in this campaign, is his willingness to track back and help out defensively. I think we see quite clearly that it's a foul for Thailand. Jonathan just gets across, does well, uses his body well, and then gets a kick from Irfan. Here's another close-up for you. Goes right through the back of Jonathan's leg there. Wonderful move on Indonesia. All from Kambuaya. Beat a couple of Thai players. With a lovely ball forward for Witan Sulaiman. That first touch from Witan was excellent because he continued the momentum of the move. Allowed him to play that kept the pass in behind. Back to Elias Dollar. First time we see Kambuaya really get on the ball. We said his name, that's right. First ball, it's been difficult for Indonesia to get anything out of possession. What a touch that is from Sumatrak to Rana. He's streaming into the penalty area, laid back to Chapchai. Sumatrak. Now we're attack, taking a heavy touch. And perhaps Indonesia can break again. Too low on the ball. Asnawi. Space in the field, wasn't there? Gordon. That was offside. Russian, they've got to get that ball a bit faster, didn't they? Yeah, and there was a real chance for Indonesia to break forward on the counter-attack. Asnawi, he needed to play that ball quicker. Instead, it broke down in midfield. But it's just offside. He does straight offside. You can see this leaning forward. Flag gone up. Good decision by the assistant referee.
Pace Russian, the counter-attack at the moment seems their best option, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where the Thailand are coming pressing them high.
You know, if they can get out of the counter press. That's the thing, they haven't been able to get out of Thailand's counter press. And the counter press meaning the moment Thailand lose the ball, Thailand straight away wants to win it back. So they quick to close down again and try and win the ball back again. And
it's one in which different from some of the other possession stats we've seen where Thailand actually utilising this other possession.
yeah, it's almost as if Porky has said, yeah, oh, so you said we should knock it out for you. It's almost as if he's taking it personally.
He was distinctly unamused by that whole possession summit. And certainly this field, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is more possession than they had against the likes of Timor-Leste. Absolutely dominated the ball, haven't they?
Nampak tak?
Tristan Doe. Here's Gordon Pala. He's going on a surging run himself, Gordon Pala. You see, 5 players desperate. They're really nullified with that threat at the moment. Well, not talking about German and Brazilian descent. They're gaining pressing for him, Russian perhaps.
Kalah Indonesia.
We've got 7 regulars today, Russian as well. This is the ability of this side. That's the scary thing, isn't it? Afriana Devanga. Now Aslawi. Into Sulaiman. Gives that away rather cheaply. Back with Thailand. That's why they've seen so little of the ball. Just can't hold on to it even when they do have it. Super chop. Yeah, the level of talent sort of coming through in these countries is just incredible. I mean, you have to talk about population and all that, and sure, they've got a bigger talent pool, but also, I think football is life in these places, you know? It's a massive part of the culture. Yeah, we visited Indonesia and Thailand. Grass, any. What? Little stick leg. Let's see, super top. Here's Jersey. Waiting for from Gordon Pala. Oh, it's out of space there. Jersey. Wide. Seconds. The comment is risky about going for the left track. Keep an eye on it. They're not able to go to the road. The movement is amazing. Keep up with the level, the quality, the pace of the movement, and how quickly the ball is moving as well. See how from Thailand, 1 and 2 touch play. 1 and 2 touch play and moves on to the next player. And then when they need to show that quality, that individual quality to beat the man up, to hang on to it, to draw players towards them before releasing it into space, they know when to do that as well. Or when to the spaces that they're in.
Ni nama pakai kodak.
Just incomplete control of this game so far.
Nam kat lingu, letak kat kau.
Dendri.
Tak, ini kau dah. Ni ayam
Good
begini.
side, that.
Oh, dengar.
Ke mana?
You lose it, you press again, up with it, foul, stop the play, get everyone back into defensive shape, get yourselves organized.
Lemak orang nonton doktor tu.
Andy, speaking of experience, you brought up great ages. I'm going to put a couple to myself because I remember speaking to Harris Khalil, football captain, recently, and was asking about football being the oldest side. Yeah, I didn't know whether that was a cause for concern. He said he doesn't think so because the only reason the average age is not so high is because of Hassan Sani. And I was thinking about Thailand, and you mentioned Thailand. Yeah. Second oldest? Yeah, second oldest. Siwarak is 37? Correct. So he's bringing the average up. Right, stay down. So did it. Out by Elias Scholar. We're going to have the first Elias Scholar. We're going to have the first Indonesian corner. Just having a chat here with Aslawi Shin Tae-yong. He's just trying to organise that defence, isn't he? Yeah, I think he's just trying to make sure that they're shifting together as a unit and stay tight and moving together because at times they're getting dragged out of position. The coach Nurani to translate his thoughts. But it's up the other end at the moment that Indonesia focus our attentions on. Flip side at the other end. No shots at all, no attempts. They've barely got to the final third. Indonesia.
Mana bang buat
You contrast that with 7 shots from Thailand. 4 of them inside the box. 2 of them on target. If we're being really picky, should there be a goal or 2 more higher than what they've got now? That's been really critical, hasn't it? It's been a joy to watch. Hyper critical. And Donna walking away, left on knows exactly what's going to happen next. Rahmat Eliato. That's a late challenge, and he's got an answer in from quite far off.
Kunyah.
It looks like Eliato could be okay. Good challenge from Gola. Part of their naturalized contingent. Elias Gola, born in Sweden. Moved to Thailand a couple of years ago. 1.96 meters. It's gone down now. Elias Gola. I think he felt a bit strain there. You see, actually, as he ran off and tried to run away from the referee, he felt a bit of strain. Looks like he could have just jarred his knee, perhaps. They've got. There's no manual there. They've got Howie. Yeah. They need. Just remind you of the goal. I mean, it's great work, you know. Just again, these triangles here. Super Chocolate's peeling out to the right hand side initially. Roller with that underlapping run on the inside of him. Ability to beat a couple of players, and then on the defensive side, the 2 Indonesian central midfielders getting completely dragged across and not winning the ball there. Both players getting dragged across, left that gap for Salatif to then have a shot at goal there. The central defenders couldn't step up quickly enough into him. Wonderful work from Tahilan on the right hand side, great work from Roller, and then a fine finish. Quality finish from Salatif. Comes into him first time. To the back of the net, no chance for Nadeo. Taking some time here with Elias Gola, who's not walking particularly happy. I think they just want a word here on what to do next. Poking. They're still asking, what's the assessment? You've been told just to hold off for a minute. Popolo has just gone off to increase the intensity of his warm-up. For a second there, I didn't think he was going to simply come on there, but it is going to be a large dollar to return to the pitch. It looks like at the moment. That's the first attempt for the Indonesians. And again, the player who started is Kambuaya with a wonderful driving run. Carrying the ball forward, creating that bit of space for Asnawi. I'm pretty sure he drifted in field, didn't he, Asnawi? On his left foot. Encouragement from Indonesia makes a big difference on the internet. That's how we really sort of first spotted and they set up. You can see confirmation that Dola is not going to be good enough to continue. There's a problem. Problem there for Dola. Now, the like-for-like change would be higher. They are going to have to make that change. They don't have too many options. That is a real shame for Elias Gola. We'll be hoping that he might be available for the second leg. Remember, the second leg they moved to a back 3 in the second half. He's huge, almost 2 meters tall. quite the task now. Quite the task now. Carrying him off. Interested to see just how they sort of restructure this poplar on that.
Wah, dari Indonesia.
Tahu awak.
Contingent, nice fella, born in Sweden. Got that off. It looks for now like Garuda has just dropped into central defense. It looks like good start up. With, now this side 30 years of age. Approaching this half century for Thailand. Back in 2011. So what's the mention goes in. Roll up. Drag is down. More super shot. Risky. You can't pin super shot down. His movement is excellent. And the freedom that they've got, these five players, is just get into different positions and still retain a defensive structure, still retain an organized structure, even with these free-flowing sort of attacks. Back to super shot. Get the attack here, it's popular on that. Super shot. Looks at the officials. No penalty forthcoming. From Indonesia. Look at that pace there on the flat side. By Alfred Demonga. With a
Stop coba selangkah dah. Kau selangkah hai kau.
He's got all the time in the world. Really, to even sort of just take a touch if he wants to. But even if he hits it first time, you have a look at the technique there again. As he hits it, he's looking up, he's not running over the ball, he's trying to keep it down and on target.
Kira beli jauh ni.
This was for this game.
Macam. Jadi ni sini.
Kira beli
na.
One-all.
Nah, malam.
Referee left runner here of Tristan Doe. Ball across from Winter Sulaiman. And Tristan, he had to come across, he had to go across to take out that run from Delhi Setiawan. That's what he had there. So super shot, he's been given a penalty. I mean, I saw it in real time. I didn't think so. I think it's a soft one. I don't think that's a penalty at all. He's trying to pull the referee to going for penalty. He just realized super shot that he wasn't really going anywhere. So that's what I learned. So second time he's gone down. Commentating you see in this tournament. It doesn't carry on. It's okay, but it doesn't do much. So there's been some few little bright moments in Indonesia, and they're only a goal down. Yeah, it's still very much in the game. Let's remember again, first leg, still the second leg, it was a goal that you don't let
But you wonder, there's now been an issue for Thailand now with Garuda leaving central defense. That changes it up a little bit. We're at that having to drop into that position and having to do a job. It's not a role that he's been playing for this side. And you wonder what kind of disruptive fluidity and flow of the team structure, of the team shape. There it is now, for attack. Being in control of this one Thailand, when they were passing it around so comfortably. And I think they changed their position so pretty much. Another central midfielder who's dropped into the center of defense there.
Tetap video kami ya.
Doing effortlessly. We'll see, shall we? This Christian though. Seriously? See how Thailand approached the second half of this eye because they had a lead, they were secure together in all the matches, and then they went for continuing the management. And you heard from post that match, and that was a bit of a mistake for them. Yeah, I remember that. 3 minutes of out of time. I think because first half of that one they were leading 2-1 there. So I think they had a little bit more of a platform to defend it. They want to sort of maintain your control in this game. They've done so well to make sure that Indonesia got finally settled into any sort of passing momentum or passing leader in this game. And they want to make sure you don't allow them to gain any sort of confidence. It's up there, they brought it. All good from him though. Once more.
Nampak sah.
Sliding ya,
Yes, go ahead. Bali United. Here's Rahman Elianto.
Bagus. Halo.
Before you know it, this first half has come to a close. First half in which Thailand have been absolutely magnificent. Talented Somerset scoring the quickest goal in AFF Suzuki Cup final history in just the second minute. And also they never really look back after that, except not able to get a second goal. Yeah, not really able to sort of punish Indonesia fully. And I mean Indonesia has struggled to get into this game, to get to the pace of this game. However, despite the difficulties in the first half, they could have been going into the break.
Yes.
Well, they're also going to try and take that opportunity. But so far, I mean, you think about overall how the game has gone. Excellent control from Thailand, wonderful display from them. So, at halftime here at the National Stadium in the AFF Cup 2020, first leg final is Indonesia 0, Thailand 1.
Buka, bolehlah gol. Mana tengok.
Kalau link lah terus ya. Lanjut terus ya. Tidak ya. Skip ya.
Ikut terhirap.
Terus. Skål lah kan? Skål lah kan? Vietnam jadi batai ya? Kata mau kesel.
Punya?
Terus itu mereka dua bertahan.
Banyak kalau makan kayak dia ngerti.
Pas dah. Pas. Nanti tidak.
Kau tadi. Ah.
Tahan dia tadi kia ya. Bukannya tidak tak. Oh. Jauh tua ha. Ya. Itu dah cari gua.
Masih ada lapan tim. Percaya ke Indonesia.
Dogi dia Indonesia nama dia. Dogi Thailand.
Indonesia bidang.
Thailand je dah. Mana lagi?
Balik, balik lama cakap ni dah.
Menang Thailand musuh lagi Thailand.
Indonesia masuk ada 2 kali. Soal target 0. Passing 7186 pada
2-1 lagi.
Mulai ya.
dia mulai.
Lancar lah. Mana mau?
Tanda. Ya Allah, dah lah.
Gua ni balik mas.
Dah itu gua naik 2 ni. Namun dia nak. Gi yang kan naik penimas itu tunggu.
Ini teriknya supaya tembok lalala dari
Tak.
Gago nyo menyerang.
Nampu benar Pak.
Aku tidak kayak gini ya.
Đồ ngọc cái baju cổ như nào
Gendek mana yang
bukan buka lah baju dah dah dah
Balik kalau balik kita.
như nào đây là baju
Bukan baju mana?
apa ada enggak
Tapi baju kamu dah. Ada mau ambil baju kau.
Lihat nah.
Jadul baju. Baju pesta.
Baju pantai.
ada mau dia apa
Baju pantai, di pantai.
nah taruh
Aku janji aku beli cek lagi. Buat juga. Nah,
satu sama ini
Sudah.
banyak
Adobo. Sudah. Sudah.
Sama.
Menang pendukung kalah Sanjung.
Betul bang?
Menang pendukung nomor kalah nomor teh Sanjung nomor. Iya.
Dua dah. Indonesia banyak India. Kalau betul Indonesia.
Kalah itu berarti kan pecah kan?
Kalah itu nanti cara tanggung jawab.
Itu sering pakai ya berarti.
Setahun kontrak setahun tapi kalau tidak.
Dalam kontraknya sampai 2023. Kalau punya kalah kau yang ngecenyu lagi.
Pelatih Singapura aja dua.
Yang tahu
Mundur ya. Mundur ini kita jawab kan.
Bang.
Cara tujuan terakhir.
Juara satu juara.
Oke,
Iya.
Hah?
iya. Besok berdua. Iya, tengok nanti. Besok berdua. Serius.
Benar.
Ranjang.
Yo.
Soal?
Aku di go ada.
Tiga orang.
Ya dapat di go.
Ini kan semua?
Gua hampir.
Boy, tak ya suara.
Cang nih ya.
Dia nama.
Yes,
Dia menyanyi.
dia menyanyi. Tidak.
Enggak sebuah nama dobi yang
Oh kan?
Kau ada Tegar masuk aku.
Kita nama Facebook.
Coba. Apa?
Salah sih. Mana itu?
Tak boleh.
Facebook. Ngombe.
Kan luas nah.
Iya. Nama.
Yang mana yang kau kan?
Ah, luas kan?
Iyo nih. Kita ingin banget. Kita ada. Yo nih. Sembilan. Yo nih.
tahu kan?
Apa nama tuh?
Yune aja muncul kau tadi mendengar buat lah.
Mana yang dia? Jelas bulan, Pak.
Amo dua hari.
Kayu ada oh, juga kayu ada nih.
Jualan dia.
Boleh kau petik gue. Boleh petik gue nanti gue dah satu gue dari dia lagi petik gue ya.
Awak buat apa tak dia
Senang begitu.
Nanti ada macam.
Nah, benar. Senang dong. Lupa ada. Itu lupa ada.
Nanti bilang
Hah? Malam umur, malam.
Bola pindah lah, salah satu.
Kamu itu.
Salah satu. Pindah lagi. Pindah satu kan?
Kamu,
Pindah satu kan?
kamu dia.
Salah satu.
Pindah.
kok. Terus ini pindah.
Lagi tadi.
Pindah.
Saya yang deh.
Yang jangan dulu bawa balik mulai aja. Balik lagi mulai aja.
Balik gua. Minta laju bang.
Kita langsung babak kedua.
Boleh, boleh. Kalau saya boleh pesona.
And then from this under 23, so now one thing about outside. Very successful in the Suzuki Cup. Just an attempt at faster play for Indonesia.
Ya.
Going to the tournament and they won match, they were quarantined and then scored a goal and returned. It's quite interesting the way he's been used by Indonesia. It's always coming on at half time. Okay, let's see, we got maybe not to the back. Left back position is off the hand up. Got into that part of the pitch. Church has done that. Plenty of tight tackles. Look at that overlapping run on the left hand side. Just a little bit too much on the ball there. Not for Tahilan. Just counter from Tahilan and just players pouring forward. High stopping position there for Tahilan again. Applying the pressure. That time up in his hands, keeping super top and roller quiet. He wants to go as well. Let's try give us
Sampai enggak lah.
left the pitch and Dimas replaces it. Why not the shot, why not? A bit of deflection. Super top effort, away the corner.
Supacok nama. Supacok.
Playing everywhere for Tahilan. He is popping up in the central position. That put a trouble the goalkeeper. Okay, not taking a bit of a deflection.
Perang.
Indonesian fans trying their best here. So support for their team. For even numbers in here tonight. Robin Hala. Check the line here. Ryan. Trying to tip. Out across the body. Simple in place. A little way got risky. But great bit over it. Great bit over the second one from Alfredo. Had to put his hand on that. There's a great impossible contact from Super Top. Yeah, body's in there and taking on personal responsibility. The attack crosses that come in. Interesting little switches there to have him now at left wing back. Oh, that's right. In the first half, Tahilan was very joined on the right hand side, in the middle left. It was something that they knew to address at half time. Tried to go with that switch. With a slam, quick ball in. Somebody's attempting to do the dig. Solid, isn't it? He makes the centre back play. Up the line. Let's have Super Cup. Receiving it.
individual quality and brilliance. Giving Thailand its goal. Super top. Absolutely superb. They win it there, nothing wrong with that tackle, and they go from penalty box to penalty box. Just have a look at this. 3 players up front, the first touch in there into super top, and then for him to carry the ball all the way forward, turns it around, gets himself closed down by 3 Indonesian defenders. But Jonathan on hand, after he played the first pass into super top, joining in the attack, changing the angle of the run, starting from a deeper position, closer to the left hand side, drifts in field, into the middle of the penalty box. The side puts it past Nadeo. I think sees the ball late.
He only scores in first legs, Russian. That's 2 apiece in the semi-final first leg, and now here in the final first leg. Now we have a chance for hat-trick against Vietnam.
Tapi mainnya masih ikut, ada orang rasa ada main.
Easy save. And now a lot of work to do for the Indonesians. We were speculating, well, before half-time, how they would approach the second half. Perhaps they learned from that previous game against Vietnam, and they've come out guns blazing. First of all, excellent centre-forward play by Tirasi. And yeah, again, you want to maintain that element of control. You know, you want to make sure that Indonesia don't get into any sort of rhythm. If you have a look at the top scorer shots here, he's got there. Head of Tirasi, goals of 4 goals each. So plenty of time for to change. Just looking, of course, to extend his lead at the top of the all-time scorer stats. Here at Super Top.
Dia mau tuju hari awak, dia mau tuju hari awak.
Oh, that's not far away there. Another one that's got the upper bottom on that. You know, the way Thailand is going at the moment, this could be over after the first leg. Just look at how they set up shop in the second leg. If they weren't able to do that against, perhaps coming into this, the best side in Southeast Asia at the moment, in Vietnam. In complete control, Thailand.
Banyak IG telah hilang lah.
Now many of them.
Deker Indonesia.
Yo,
Deker IG.
So impressive.
yo.
More to come from the side. Good side. They've also been stung with you know, I talked about this tournament. They've been stung a little bit by the criticism they had for World Cup campaign by their high standards. Yeah, being bundled out early on, losing third in that World Cup qualifying group in round 2. It was a really Suzuki in that, and the likes of Indonesia took points off them. Malaysia, now of course, they were stung by that. That hurt, didn't it? You know, there's been a bit of talk about how that spark. It's just seemed to have gone out a little bit since Kelly Zico left his post. And I'll go back to you. Yeah, that's now we moves from the crowd. Caps on the last one as well. That's a delightful goal, isn't it? After Super Top. Here he is, Charity. Another one in temper, perhaps. They're all taking their turns, aren't they, at the moment? Seriously now, peppering the goal every time Super Top gets on the ball. He's creating danger, all sorts of issues for the Indonesian defense. Lovely step over, linking up with Charity. And in modern, going back to that spot coming back into the tie, that's what the amount of open coming in. That here is Stefan Jai's offside goes. Briefly, fans got excited there. We'll make a few changes now. It's probably secure this pass there. Let's see. Yes, it's another really good driving run from Sambuaya. Here comes Jaya.
squat for him because he's looking right across the line.
Abang
He's
lagi
not
cepat.
100% just trying
Abang lagi
to
cepat.
defend this run, just drop off a little bit, catch himself on side. Kamboy, I think, is Indonesia's best player. And for Thailand, he's super top. I know the temptation will be to give the man of the match to Charlotte. His 2 goals, which are really good finishes, but I think Super Chop has been that real driving force, that creative element for Thailand. It's certainly the potential of the for MVP.
Đúng mày.
Getting the ground and
Nah,
not
baik, Pak.
good play from the last
Bebas.
position. Well, that needed to be best ball from outside of the Banga into the path of Ricky Kamboy.
Ini nak.
Kristen. Chris ada.
Well, here the changes. 55 and super try. Kamboy.
Tuan you dah deal.
An opportunity for possibly Tirasi. Perhaps pretty much to a little bit of a break.
Nyerang.
That will be the obvious change this back, we'll see. Remember the last leg where Tirasi was asking if and Cochran was saying, just give me a few more minutes. Super up.
Ini cik.
Very, very little to do in this game.
Saya mirip-mirip kau bang tang film lah. Dia lawak. Betul.
They don't know.
I don't know.
So from Indonesia's point of view now, they just got to stay in this, don't they? Yeah, it's almost damage indication now. Just keep it simple now, we can get a ball back there. We've certainly got to see it, but exactly that. I mean,
Dia bicara
most of this, I think it's tactically as well. I think if you're a coach, you're thinking about these things as well. You can't take too many risks, can't take too many chances, can't open up too much. Because you know there's still another game to go. And there's still time for Indonesia to turn this around, but it's been difficult for them to really get into the game. They had one big moment, one high quality opportunity through Alexander. Yeah. Look, he has had an excellent tournament. That's not his job, not put goals in the books, and still in that position, but he has been superb for them. And a lot of these players have been great. A lot of them have been. You know, if they do end up going on to lose this, they come back to that in the second rotation and just completely substitutions that it is going to be tempting to come off. We'll add to his tournament tally. With a changing occupancy. But I tried to replace it. Speculated as well. Put you up to next by 55. Like David. I would really manage one goal of the players very well. It's easy to do that when you've got such a wonderful squad. But also having a faith in the squad to deliver. Despite the changes that you make, players will repay that faith that you've put in them. Let's have a Dimas. Automatic starting place. Really good turn from Asnawi there earlier. Top of the shoulder. Get rid of Liman on the press and turn away. Previous editions of the
Kita dah pergi apa? Oh, set nama.
He's the one who receives it in space. There you go. Makes a run in behind that time midfield in space. Picks out a lovely pass through into Irfan Jaya. And the weight on that pass, I think, is excellent. It's right into the run of Irfan Jaya. He doesn't even have to sort of break his stride. He's just his body shape, wide enough then. Come right, it's going to be excellent for Indonesia. The man is coming off. He has been brilliant. And a bit raw though for this man, Egy Maulana.
Masuk lah.
Oh,
A lot
masuk
of speculation as to when he would be playing in this tournament.
Dia tadi lagi masuk.
Came on against Singapore in the
Teriknya beda.
second leg of that semi-final. We get more time here today. Slovakian Seneca is often regarded as the great big hope of
Ada boleh kan.
21-year-olds.
Benar bagus. Jalan.
You just give the team a bit of a boost, but as also mentioned, in those cases, when that one we see the heart things,
Sambung jadi.
they're taking off.
Kau di kandang Inyo ni dah. Nasi ayam. Iyo bebek ni siapa?
Half an
Baju
hour
dia.
or so, you have a good amount of time here for Indonesia in this class.
Dia main di Singapura kau main. Cuma nyo agak kandang Inyo.
I'll get back in. Long way to this left wing back, Rafael Garuda.
Dah.
Still going here.
Mana tajam ni?
Difficult to get involved in the game. We come to Lima and they've got good players around him. Anytime he's looking on the ball. In there, you think we'll just bring away a bit closer with that. Half into his runners in the box. Right, well down there continues. Garuda. Says that's now it. Lovely, it's a ball.
Kat tengah. Tak ada orang tu. Dah.
Jangan yang masuk.
For Indonesia.
Nampak nyerang ya.
Irfan.
Bagus.
Kembali kamu.
La ilaha oi. Kan.
That's what's better from him. He's grown to this game a little bit in the second half. The skill link up with Kade.
Kena bawa saling geng.
From where that teams are playing
Dia nak bawa belakang.
also the French for Thailand. That allows goal out. Taking off it in he quite often finds himself at the end of challenges, doesn't he? He's taking quite a beating in this tournament. Players like him and challenges will often, withdraw challenges, will draw these fouls. And you've got to be
Duit.
brave. The players like that, they take on the responsibility to want to make things happen with the ball. The hits will come. But also, I think we see with Tahilan, especially at this level, and the knowledge and experience that he has now, how to use his body and how to protect himself, from challenges like that. He sees it coming almost, and he knows sort of the steps that he needs to take in terms of how he positions himself, how he perhaps avoids the tackle. Yes, trying to take quick ball and Garuda.
Kosong lah penting.
Iqbal says super shot. And it's about time. When he gets to the score sheet, what a goal. Again, for Thailand. Where's the score?
Tembak tu kan.
I don't know how you stop that. And then the key thing here is Jonathan, and again, awareness as he receives to play very quick. Turns on the ball first, that second pass goes in behind that defensive midfielder, roller. Right,
Bola matung.
and then awareness.
Bola
Just to
matung.
leave it time and space to pick his spot. It's a big gap for him to hit.
Slow eh.
It's a huge gap for him to hit, but target just there. He saw it. Receive, quick pass on the turn, body shape, spot on, into the ball, up to roller, and then on the edge of the box.
Songkong ni.
2 goals from the edge of the area for Thailand. He deserves that goal, Super Chok. And we've seen some wonderful goals in this competition. But key goals from Thailand have been outstanding.
Gol itu cek.
So,
Jap lagi.
super top. That's the business. One way or the other for this country. It's been magnificent tonight. Russian had earlier mentioned about not letting this game run away from the Indonesians. Then we ask the question, is this fight over? Is this final done and dusted? 3 goals up. Of course, Indonesia are going to give it everything they can.
Satu Garuda.
Actual struggle now, Russia.
Egi.
There's Christian Doe. What do they do from here? But how? And yet, we were just saying a couple minutes before that, they started perhaps to finally gain some attacking momentum.
I mean, what do you do? I mean, you obviously would have set your side up, and there are things when you look at this and say, yeah, they were too open, lines were compact enough. But you need to take into account the quality of the opposition that they're up against as well. I mean, look at the way Thailand are moving. It's give and go, off the ball run. Players with technical brilliance, but also the technical understanding. It's happening so quickly, it's very difficult for Indonesia to come to terms with the pace of Thailand's game. There's some flying there for Klopp. He's going to force him back with feet. But free kick in a really good position for Thailand.
Panjang waktu dia.
Good set for this one.
5-0.
Oh, sorry,
5-3 dah gue.
That's it, was.
5-3. Tahu.
Yes, you're right. We have all three.
Dengan sia dia orang
Very good.